Hi, my name is Amy Jiang. In this presentation, I'm going to introduce Business Process Reengineering, or BPR, as an intervention for organization development at the process level. First of all, let's take a look at the purpose and features of Business Process Reengineering. The purpose of BPR is to improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of business processes, which ultimately leads to an organization's competitiveness. To achieve this goal, BPR focuses on reducing costs of activities during business processes and improving quality of products or services with speed. The features of BPR include the following. First, it looks at business processes as a whole, not just a collection of parts. Next, it organizes business around outcomes, not individual tasks. Furthermore, it involves a radical change of processes and a dramatic process transformation instead of incremental and small improvements. And lastly, it is almost always associated with technology and automation. Now let's look at how BPR is implemented as an intervention. On this slide, I am presenting a conceptual BPR implementation process that includes 3 phases and 5 steps. The 3 phases are pre-implementation, implementation, and post-implementation. Pre-implementation phase includes 2 steps: preparing for re-engineering, mapping and analyzing the SA's process. Implementation phase also has 2 steps: design the to-be process and implement the re-engineering process. Lastly, the post-implementation phase includes 1 step, which is continuously improving the new process. A detailed discussion of these steps is beyond the scope of this presentation. You can refer to my references list on the last slide. As an intervention, BPR has some noticeable strengths as well as undeniable weaknesses. The first strength of BPR is that it maximizes customer value. It focuses on the goal of keeping customers satisfied with the quality of business products or services and re-engineers processes toward this goal. Secondly, BPR is very effective in reducing costs and minimizing consumption of resources. Through analysis and redesign of workflows, BPR helps organizations effectively manage finance by cutting off costs of unproductive activities. Thirdly, through the process of analysis and redesign, BPR helps organizations prioritize and concentrate on their core functions that add value to their business. And lastly, since all organizations have business processes, BPR applications can be adopted by organizations of various sizes and in different industries. In the meantime, BPR has some undeniable weaknesses that make this intervention disreputable. First, BPR has become synonymous to mindless bloodshed. This is because it shows little regard to employees when organizations implement this intervention, expecting for a radical process change. Secondly, it may cause anxiety for employees, and therefore it can potentially lead to corporate trauma. Thirdly, because BPR requires employees to involve in decision-making and ownership, it may face resistance from employees if they are not ready for the change. And lastly, research has shown that BPR has a very low success rate. This indicates that it can be a costly and ineffective intervention. A good example of a BPR is the development and implementation of a Ford Production System, or FPS, by Ford Motor Company. In January 1995, Ford employed a company-wide re-engineering initiative called the Ford 2000 program, which aimed to develop and implement a new manufacturing system called the Ford Production System, FPS. The vision of the FPS is a lean, flexible, and disciplined common production system that produces and delivers products that consistently exceed customers' expectations in quality, cost, and time. By implementing FPS, Ford attempts to transform itself from mass production system to lean manufacturing system. Another example of a BPR is the re-engineering of IT support process at Texas State University. The IT Assistance Center at Texas State University implemented a major business process change that transformed the customer support process. This process used to heavily rely on individual technicians to provide support with human interactions. Now the process becomes a ticket system that is based on software application, and most support is done remotely without dispatching a technician. While this new business process has many benefits in terms of reducing costs and maximizing resources, it has received a lot of criticism from the department employees due to understaffing. To conclude this presentation, I have attached the citations I used to support this discussion about business process reengineering. Thanks for watching.